What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2 Kappa Mode. Oh yeah, guys, so it's been a few days since I've gotten a chance to play this. You guys haven't seen a break in the videos yet, but that's because I've been recording ahead just a little bit. I've been trying to keep, I don't know, 5-6 videos, maybe up to a week's worth of videos already pre-recorded. But anyway, I've been kind of busy this week, so I haven't had a chance to really play this for the last 4 or 5 days. It's kind of weird, but yeah, we're back into it today. So we were continuing on with the quest to try and get to applied energistics, right? So that took us through going through Galacticraft. We got a lot of this stuff automated and set up and ready to go for when we need to go to the next places. And like, I think it's Jupiter or something is the next planet if we're going to continue on through this. But anyway, we're not going to be working with Galacticraft today. But yeah, we got to Mercury. We got the Mercury ingots. That is what we needed to do as far as Galacticraft is concerned to get into applied energistics. Now we need to do a little bit of Mekanism. Yeah, we need to get osmium crystals, which means we have to do like the first portion of the 5x ore processing. I don't know if we'll be able to get to that today, get the whole thing done, but that's what I'd like to work towards. So we need to go to our Epsilon section here, and this is where we have a lot of our Mekanism machines. Yeah, once we get to applied energistics, we'll be able to store all our stuff, and then start like moving these machines around, putting them in the proper place, looking at getting things automated. So that's why I'm really interested in trying to focus on getting this done. Okay, so the first quest we have here, enriched upgrade. So this wanted us to make one of these, and we've done that. And then also wants us to make a speed upgrade and an energy upgrade. We have not made either of these things yet. So let's take a look at a speed upgrade and energy upgrade. Take a look at both of those. So one of them is 2 enriched alloys, osmium dust, and glass. The other is 2 enriched alloys, gold, and glass. So we need at least 4 of those enriched alloys. Okay, so the capacitors situation we have here is not so bad. We'll grab 4 of those. We need osmium and gold to be pulverized or sag milled. Osmium. Yeah, we'll probably end up wanting to do a lot of these, to be honest. But for right now, I'll just grind up a little bit of that. And gold, we will grind up a little bit of that, just in preparation. We might make more of these, I don't know yet. So sag mill, we'll put those through there. We also need to get the alloys going, so we need some redstone. I believe we're going to need 8 redstone for these 4. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Am I getting ahead of myself? It is, yeah, we need the capacitors, these, which is the octadic, gray plastic, and compressed iron. Do we have any capacitors? We have 2 of them. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna need 2 of those then. So we need, what was it, the gray plastic and compressed iron? Or, yeah, compressed iron ingot. Okay, so we'll grab 2 of those. 2 gray plastic. We can throw those into the compressor over here, or the pressure chamber, I mean. All right, so let's grab this. Are we gonna have enough? I need to fill up the colors here, the dyes. We have the Technicolor Essence. We should be able to do that, just haven't gotten around to it. All right, so let's drop these in there. Not the redstone, but that'll be fine. Not the gold. I don't think it matters if you have those other things in there. It's only looking for the specific items, and we can pull everything else out. Okay, so gold, capacitors. What are these? Turbine blades? What did I do? I guess putting the redstone in there was a mistake. All right, so maybe the gold plus that, because we had 8 gold, now we have 4. Okay, whoops. Anyway, don't just throw things in there willy-nilly, I guess. Redstone, it's not a big deal. We have like all this stuff, just had to re-grab them back out of the system. Anyway, so our stuff should be ground now, and we can put that in there. And we need, is it this one? The metallurgic infuser? Okay, so we need that plus that. Yeah, and that'll go ahead and infuse this stuff. Then we can take those and turn them into the upgrades. All right, so there's our 8 gold. Yeah, the speed upgrades and the energy upgrades will definitely be good for this particular machine. This is using 4,500 RF per tick to do what it's doing right now, which is a little expensive. And then once we start putting the speed upgrades in there to make it go faster, I use a lot more power. Okay, so let's do this, and we'll click it out, not shift click it, so it registers that we have crafted that. And then we'll do Oh, we gotta wait on one more of these guys. Any time now would be great. Yeah, I think each one of these machines can use up to 8 of these particular upgrades per type. And we can also put the sound muffler upgrade, or whatever that is, the noise upgrade, to make it quieter. Alright, so there it is. Enriched upgrade quest complete. We will claim a loot chest, and that unlocks the elite alloy. So the elite alloy, I think we had made one of these previously, but we didn't have the quest unlocked, so we didn't get credit for it. Actually, do we have those? Let's just look. It says it's a retrieve task. No, but we do have 2 of these already made. Alright, so we do that plus diamond dust, I believe. We'll probably want to do 2 diamonds because I'm sure it's going to want us to do the atomic alloy afterwards. So crusher time. We'll do that. We'll put this guy right in here, and we're going to upgrade. Actually, I guess we put both of those in there. Let's take a look at the quest real quick just so I don't get too far ahead. Yeah, it's going to want the atomic alloy afterwards. So reinforced alloy is just diamond infused on that same thing we already have. So do one of those. Oh, you know, I think I need another diamond. I think we need one more. I could be wrong. But I think we have to do 2 of those, and then I guess I should probably just look, right? Atomic upgrade. Atomic alloy. Yeah, so we need a diamond one plus that, and this you make with the obsidian plus diamond dust. Okay, so we got the quest upgrade for that. We'll do this one. Aha, so we gotta wait for that. So while that's going, let's take a look at this quest. So reinforced alloy. We'll choose one of those. Okay, so that's done. So we got this guy. Now we need to do... Is it... I never remember. I guess it's obsidian with diamond. And then we take the resulting material and put that onto one of these guys to get the next and final tier of these things. The atomic alloy. Okay, that was weird. So we put that in there. This here. Cool. Yeah, that's the refined obsidian, I think is what that's called. Alright, and that should give us our last and final reward of this small little section. I think there was one other thing that wasn't quite related to these afterwards. There we go. Alright, so quest. We unlocked something here. This one? Beta. Aha! The applied energistics section is now unlocked. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so let's get back to Epsilon. So we got these done. Let's claim this particular one. I guess we'll do the top chest. Why not? And then we had Mechanized Tesseract. That's a Quantum Entanguloporter. I don't know if I've ever used one of these before. I might have. Did I use one of those before? I don't remember. I don't get a chance to use Mekanism that often. I don't remember ever having to use... Maybe I used one of those in Regrowth. Honestly, I don't know. Anyway, the next machine that we need to make is an enrichment chamber, and that's going to have us enrich redstone, diamond, and that obsidian stuff. These are going to be very important for later as well. So enrichment chamber, this says turn a few items back into their original state, such as Certus quartz dust back into Certus quartz. That's awesome. I didn't know you could do that. But yeah, you can enrich redstone, and that will turn redstone into one of those refined redstone things, and that works like 10 pieces of redstone in one item, so you get a lot more use out of it. It's definitely something worth doing. So the enrichment chamber is made right. I forgot about this. Oh, no. Okay, so we have basic control circuits. Did that recipe change? 'Cause I remember we were gonna do this before, and I saw this, and I was like, item fabricator. I almost feel like that's changed. Does this recipe work still? I don't know. Alright guys, as I kind of thought, that recipe isn't supposed to be there. So I ran this command here, mt reload, that's mind tweaker, and it reloads all the scripts with all the recipe changes, right? So that recipe we saw there, I believe, was a default. This is the Kappa Mode recipe, and now that doesn't exist, the other one. Okay, so we got a lot more stuff going on here for this enrichment chamber. So we need the steel casing. We've seen this before. It requires the machine frame reinforced. We need printed circuit boards. So that means we need a bunch of capacitors, some transistors. I think we made one of those before. Cyan, redstone alloy, and compressed iron. And then an unassembled PCB. We get an unassembled PCB by either doing it this way, or I think we can do, yeah, one of these empty PCBs in etching acid to get one of those, and it takes a little bit of time. We also need like a light box and all of this stuff. I don't know if we can do the machine right away or if we have to do the etching acid. And another thing, we might have an etching acid cow. I haven't looked yet. Let's take a look. I bet we do. Yeah, we have etching acid cow. All we need is 1 bucket of it for the etching acid to work. I'll stick the cow right here. Our cow that we had here with our nutrient distillation, I have moved to the last millennium to try and get a decent amount of that stuff in the drum. I logged into the game today and my drum was empty. Yeah, like I said, it's been a few days since I've been able to play and all of our juice went away. I guess I could have broken the inventory panel and it wouldn't use any while I wasn't playing, but I didn't know I was going to be gone that long. Anyway, so we can do our loot chest here. So we got cat ears and thick eyebrows. We get essence brick and essence brick 2.0. Finally, we get fuel efficiency upgrade. None of those are very useful to us anymore. They were at one point, but yeah, we don't need them. Okay, so we'll just put all of this stuff away for now. I don't even know what we're gonna do with the turbine blades. I don't think those are useful. Did those go away? Yeah, they went away. Okay, cool. Put all that stuff away as well. And this one, cool. So, our quest wanted us to do the enrichment chamber, and there was a lot of stuff that goes with that. Was there anything else that we needed to take a look at? So we're probably going to have to do these advanced circuits, right? Since that's required. So that's going to have us jump into a little bit of this action here. So we need an item fabricator. The item fabricator from Quantum Flux is made with some of this stuff. So like dark stone, for instance, is made with stone, cobblestone, and black dye of some description. An amplification crystal, which requires PRCLX 100 logic expansion cards. Man, that's a mouthful to say. So those aren't that bad. We were locked out of doing that because we needed mercury. We have this now. Okay, so mercury red alloy and some plastic. I don't know how much plastic, if any, we have. We have enough for one of those things. So let's make one of these. Red alloy. So why did that not, do we not have mercury in here maybe? Did I not? Well, we have mercury here. I thought I had cooked up some mercury. Did I not? Or maybe I did and I put it over, are we using that over here? I don't know. Anyway, we will grab the mercury. I guess I just never refined it. Mercury ore, and then we'll grab coal. I believe you can triple that in the QED like we can with a lot of these Galacticraft ores. That's probably the best way we can do it right now until we get into the Mekanism 5X ore processing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and make 3 stacks of this stuff real quick. I'm glad we put a lot of these Enderflux crystals nearby to make this thing go as fast as it does. Otherwise, it would be a real pain just having to sit there and wait on it go really, really slow, right? I still want to add more crystals yet, and we're definitely going to be getting to that at some point in the future. Okay, so now we have some mercury. Should be able to make this thing. Let's take a look. This. All right, well, there's one. We still need more plastic. Do we have any rubber that I have smelted? We do. Great. Okay, you know, I guess we should be using this furnace over here. I think that's a lot faster. It is. This furnace does have an upgrade. We can do it to the nether version. I think there's a final tier, and we have access to make both of those. We just haven't gotten around to that just yet. Okay, so there's that. So we should be able to make 2 more of those, I do believe. Let's take a look. Oh, there's one more. So what are we missing? The redstone alloy. Okay, well, we can make those. Not a big deal. This stuff, that. I'll just cook that over here. It doesn't need to go fast. We just need 2 of those, I think, right? How's this doing? Did this finish up? That did finish up. Okay, we could have done it over there too, but we got enough. That's all we need. All right, so this, that, one of those. Nice. Okay, so we got that done. We need the iron casing, which is dark stone again. Need black dye. Looks like you get 8 at a time. Okay, well, just put that in the system. We'll have that for later. And we need the electro silicon, which is a silicon wrapped in electrotine. Do we have? Okay, we can do that. Was it just one of those? So one of those makes 2, so we need 2 of those total. All right, let's go smelt those in the faster furnace. Cool. Okay, so we do this, 4 of those, and then 1 of those. I guess we get 2 of those for that work. And this. Okay, item fabricator. That wasn't super difficult. Did we have a quest to make this? Hopefully I get credit for doing it. So anyway, we can put this item fabricator down right here. Yeah, that's going to start getting power. Now, in order to do the enrichment chamber, we need these advanced circuits, which require blank circuits, which is paper, and silica. Silica is sand, and a block of quartz. We get 4 of those. So let's start there. We'll just do 1. I believe this machine is pretty slow, so I won't bore you guys with me doing all of it. All right, let's go grab some sand. I should probably keep a little stock upstairs, like a stack. Let's do that. All right, it was sand and then quartz, I believe. So how much quartz do we have? We have this much. All right, so we can do 1 block of that plus this over in this machine. And that is the speed. I guess it's not like super slow, but I think when you take an item that's made here and put it with another item to make a second item, like it gets slower and slower progressively as the recipes get more and more complicated. I think, let's take a look. Let's try and make one more thing and see if it's the same speed or if it is slower. So blank circuit is at silica plus paper. I'm pretty sure we have paper over here. Paper, we needed 2 of those. All right, let's do that. I think these get slower and slower, but I'm not 100% sure. No, that feels about the same speed. Anyway, guys, let me go ahead and finish up this crafting for this, and we'll be back. All right, guys, well, I went to go make, I think it's called Mystic Quartz or something. It's titanium plus nether quartz, but there's 2 different titaniums in this pack. This titanium ingot, while it goes in the slot, does not look like it works here, even though like it was in there and like it did the thing. It's not making the resulting item. And if you look at the tooltip at the top, you can see it says it's using like 20 RF per tick right now. It's not 50,000 out of 50,000, it's 49,980 out of 50,000. Yeah, it is using power and it can't complete that recipe. I think you have to use this titanium or dust from Another One Bites the Dust. This is Galactic Craft Planet Titanium. In fact, if we go in here and we look at this for the Mystic Quartz, it is this type of titanium from Galactic Craft. Even though the other stuff from the own mod goes in there, it's not completing. So let's try putting this stuff in there and see what happens. Oh, I swap it out and then it made the thing. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, swapped it out. It used one of the titaniums immediately and made the Mystic Quartz, and now it looks like it's completing? Okay. But anyway, that's just a little quirk you guys should know about. Alright guys, well I wanted to show you this since I've been away for a little bit. We're up to 13,000 of these basic capacitors, 6,600 of the double layer, and almost 3,000 of the octadic capacitors. Yeah, that's a lot. So with that, I was able to make a stack of these capacitors. Yep, not so bad. So I made a stack of those, I made a stack of the transistors, so we should be good to go to make the circuit boards. And then I was thinking there had to be a quest for all this stuff, and there is. Let's take a look. It is right here. It's called Circuit Breaker. It's at the end of all of this stuff. Yeah, it was the final quest over here, Circuit Breaker. So it says the making of the PCB pneumatic component. So we need a UV light box, we need an empty PCB, etching acid bucket, unassembled PCB, and a printed circuit board to complete this quest. We just have to retrieve it. We don't have to like craft it. I just threw a stack of iron blocks in there to make some more of these compressed iron. Let's put those away. And then we needed a stack of green plastic plus a stack of this compressed iron. Well, I guess one of each of those, I should say, to make the PCB. So that's why we have that. All right, so we got a lot of stuff here. Nutrient distillation. I should stick this back behind here and put the nutrient distillation cow away that we're not doing anything with. Or what happened to it? I'm not sure what happened to my nutrient distillation cow. Maybe I left it there, or maybe I put it away. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. It's not that big of a deal. So we need to get ourselves a bucket of etching acid. So over here we have ourselves our etching acid cow. There's our etching acid. So that should update for this just by having it on us, right? Detect submit. Okay, now it says it's complete. I don't know why I didn't update already. So we need a UV light box. So let's check that out. UV light box. So one of these requires a lot of stuff. We need a PCB blueprint. Oh my goodness, I forgot about this. So we need the Amadron. I forget how this works. Let's take a look. Does it say anything about this on the quest? It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, so Amadron, right. So there is the Amadron tablet, and it looks like it does require pressure. Right click a tank to allow to provide fluids to vendors. Okay, so yeah, I did have to make one of these before, and I completely forgot about this. So this is like a little tablet. You can order stuff, and a little drone comes in and drops it off for you. So yeah, we're gonna have to make this thing. So we need red plastic, and all of this other stuff. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about all this stuff. Okay, so we need 4 red plastic. There's that. That's all pretty easy. Is there anything else over here plastic-wise? No, I think we're good. Hopefully we'll be able to craft all this stuff over here. Then we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna pressurize this stuff because I cannot remember how that works. So there is the GPS tool, and then we have to make one of these. Okay, we can make those. I wasn't sure if we could or could not. And finally we need, we need 7 gray plastic, which I know I do not have over there. Okay, so there's that. The villager in the last millennium keeps dropping these emeralds, by the way. I always have like a random one in my inventory, seems like now. So there, I guess we does not shift click in there, so we can do that, this, and one of those. Okay, Amadron tablet. All right, so I'm not sure how you pressurize this. Do you stick this in the pressure chamber to pressurize that, or do you have to put it in like, is there a slot? Do I put it in there? That's probably not how you do it. Well, it says 10 bar pressure is what it says. Okay, so in order to get this PCB blueprint, we need 8 emerald, and then we can order that. It looks like we can order a lot of these different parts through this as well. Looks like 14 buckets of diesel will get us an emerald. Oil will get us an emerald. Is there anything else in here worth getting? We can get a diamond shovel. I don't know if that is worth it. But like these other things, I think we're going to want it all 4 of these top ones. So we need a bunch of emeralds. Let's go grab some emeralds and check that out. Looks like we are starting to use pressure in this thing just by kind of perusing what's in there. Emerald. All right, so let's do this. We will click. How do we select one of these things? Put your own items to be available for purchase to other players. Order the items in the basket. How do I add an item to the basket? I'm not sure what just happened. Did I order something? I clicked the button. It looks like I still have the same amount of emeralds. Information. Item used to order items fluids. It is comparable to villager trading. Items fluids are picked up and delivered via drones. A pickup drop-off location is required to be specified by right-clicking with an inventory and or a tank. Okay, so I have to put a chest down, I guess? They put my emeralds in there? Is that how this works, maybe? Like I said, I've only done this once before. It's kind of a weird thing. It's like one of those things you do it once and you don't ever do it again. So shift right click. Set the item provided location. Okay, oh, now we got access to this stuff. So I want this. Okay, you right click on there and it puts a number 1. So I want all of those. I'll click order. All right, so what should happen is like a little drone appears somewhere. I don't know where it comes from. Oh, there it is. Look, check it out. Amadron delivery drone. I guess it just comes from outer space or something. I'm not sure. And then it's gone. And apparently it just split into like 4 and something fell down here. What? Okay. Not sure what that was about. Did it just like die? Oh. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, well anyway, we got our stuff here. Those things are crazy. Is this one gonna die and drop loot bags as well? Looks like I got another loot bag. Yeah, I guess they kind of fly away and then despawn, and then that's counted as them dying. Anyway, I don't really want these loot bags. Let me go ahead and turn off the magnet and then queue those out of here just so they're out of my inventory. All right. So Amadrons, those are kind of cool. I like that functionality. That's very unique for a mod to do. I guess we can put that in there. We don't need that at the moment. So we have this thing. This is what we did need. And then we need the UV light box once again. And that is made with compressed iron and all these kinds of things. I don't know if there's anything too crazy complicated about this. Oh, you know what? I don't think we have those gears. We'll make 2 gears. We should be able to craft this thing now. Okay, UV light box. What else do we need? Empty PCB. So we get that, like I said, by putting green plastic and compressed iron in this thing. So one of those. And I don't have compressed iron on me. Must have put it all away. Dang it. I thought I left the stack on me. Compressed iron. All right, we'll grab 1 stack of those. I don't really know how many of these PCBs we're going to make. We might make a full stack of those. We might just make 1. All right, so there's our thing. Cool, so that's done. And what else do we need here? The unassembled PCB. And I think you get that by throwing it into etching acid, which we have a bucket of here. Or do we have to do it in the light box? Put in a UV light box to progress. Maybe that's what we have to do next. So if we have to put in the UV light box, that does require pressure. So we'll pipe off of this thing. Okay, that connects. This has pressure. If we put this in here, this item does not etch success chance 1%. Right. Okay, so once it gets to 100, we can drop in etching acid and then it finishes up. Let's wait for this to happen. We'll be back. Come on. Come on. Go faster. Go faster. This thing is so slow. We can put upgrades in there that'll speed this thing up. We just don't have them made right now. So you can make it go faster, but my goodness, that goes really, really slow. So now we have the empty PCB. It has an etch success chance of 100%. Okay, so now what we need to do is, well, let's make sure that our quest is updated properly. So we'll detect submit. Okay, so it says all these things are complete now. Unassembled PCB is the thing that we need after we get this thing and throw it into the etching acid. So we need to get ourselves something to retain the etching acid. I'm not sure if that stuff is toxic, but I'm pretty sure it hurts you if you step in it. How about some cobblestone? Something that looks nice in the base. We'll grab some of this stuff. Anyway, we'll put this right here like so, and we'll put the etching acid right like that. If we step in it, yeah, it does do damage, so don't step in it. All right, so we will put this guy right in there. I don't know how long this takes, but it did say that it does not despawn, so I assume we could just sit there and let it go, kind of like applied energistic stuff, like you're throwing the seeds in the water. I assume we could just let this thing go for a little while, come back, and it would be done. I'm kind of curious, though, with how long it's been in there. What is that, like 20 seconds? If we pick it up, what does it say? It says it is 7% complete. All right, well, let me let that finish up all the way, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, well, this is done etching in the acid, and now we have an unassembled PCB. It's quite the work to get to this point, isn't it? So we need to get this empty. No, what's another thing we need to do? Let's take a look at this. Unassembled PCB, and then we need the printed circuit board. Make sure that updates properly. Okay, yeah. So printed circuit board. So the printed circuit board is made by, right, so all these transistors, capacitors, and then the unassembled PCB, the one thing that we just got done making. Okay, so we should be able to make one of those like so, and that should complete the quest. Do I have to manually do it? Oh no, it did it. Okay, so circuit breaker is now complete. Awesome. So that's gonna give us a loot chest. Let's do the top one. And a chance cube, and this whole section is now complete. We still have a few of those to do, but we'll worry about those a little bit later. All right, quest updated circuit breaker. So we're doing all of this for the enrichment chamber, right? Let's go back here. So we have half of that done. I need to do another one of those, and then we should be able to make this guy. Well, let me get to that, and then we'll be right back. But first, let's pop this open, and we get automatic hammer. It's a little bit late for that. BRB. Oh my goodness, guys. All of that work for this one little machine. Well, here we go. Here is an enrichment chamber. We finally got it. Quest complete. And we're gonna put it right here. Perfect. I like that spot. Okay, so that's filling up full of power. 3 million RF apparently. That's a lot. Whoops, didn't mean. So that does 7.5 thousand RF per tick apparently. So let's go to the quest book and take a look back to Epsilon. So now that we got that done, it wants us to make each one of these different things. So I think you just put in one redstone to get the next one. Redstone, let's just take a look. If it's that simple, I might just do all of these real quick before we wrap up for today. I don't remember how slow or how long this takes. So it's about the same speed as all the other mechanism stuff. Let's take a look at the quest. I didn't actually look at the quest. So it just wants one compressed redstone. Right, okay, so there is one compressed redstone. Like I said, that acts similar to having 10 pieces of redstone in there. At least that's what I remember working with, or working like. So compressed diamond, I believe you have to put diamond dust in there. Let's do that. Diamond dust, if it's gonna be the same thing, we might have to do another one with some obsidian. Let me pulverize some obsidian. Get that pulverizing, get this crushing. I think it has to be crushed. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done this. But anyway, we need the pulverized obsidian anyway if we're gonna have to put in the other thing. Alright, so there's that. Let's try putting this in here. Oh yeah, okay, so that'll get us the compressed diamond, I believe is what that's called. And then we'll have to do this through the other machine. The metallurgic infuser, one of those, plus one of these, and then we'll have to run that one through the enrichment chamber as well. Wait a second, that gave me a diamond back. So if I put a full diamond in there... Aha, okay, so it's not a crushed diamond, it's a full diamond and then one of those. Alright, so that quest is complete, and then we'll get this final one. Let's start claiming some of these rewards. So that's gonna just give us one chance icosahedron. This is going to give us one chance icosahedron as well. Not a lot of good rewards from this. Let's claim all of these. A loot chest, and then... yeah, we'll claim this one as well since we didn't actually claim it. And then finally, here's this one. And that should complete all of those. Oof, that was a lot of questing to do. A lot of stuff for these quests, I should say. So we'll claim that one as well. Okay, so all of those quests are complete. We have two chests. Let's open it. We get an artifact diamond armor. And finally, we get sewage floor. So not that great of stuff. Anyway, guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. I was thinking we were going to get to the Mekanism 5x ore processing. I completely forgot there's a whole lot of other stuff standing in our way before we can just make those machines and do it. So we're going to be messing around with a little bit of Mekanism, probably next episode as well. Like I said, we're working towards getting to applied energistics. I want to just go straight for it and forget about any of the other stuff. So that's what we're doing. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.